Hey, dudes! What's up? Looks like it's time again for another episode of Pokemon Trivia and Battle Strategies. I'm Pokefan Alex, but Kels is not here yet. So, segue into Pokemon for the week. You guys played ARMS on Switch? Pretty cool game. You know what else has arms? Anyone? Bewear! He's a bear. He's got arms.
Hey, dude, I am so sorry I'm late.
Oh, it's Kels!
Oh, no, it's Bewear, and you're crunching me.
What? Where were you?
I was just doing some research, like... Yeah, like research. I learned a lot about Bewear. It was great. You think you can let me go? Okay.
You'd have to be pretty thick not to notice that Bewear's name is a pun on the words bear and beware. That's no accident, because Bewear has been involved in multiple trainer fatalities in Alola, and the citizens of Alola put warning signs for it all over its forest habitat.
That's because Bewear is so strong, it can crush a person's spine with its arms, and all Bewear seem to want to do is hug and cuddle people to death. If you don't train one properly, it may just prematurely end your life with a big squeeze of affection. Obviously, the nod to the phrase bear hug, a rough, tight embrace, is pretty clear here.
Bewear is designed to look like a red panda, truly one of the cutest animals of all. The ringed tail and the matching white ears give it away, and red pandas are known to stand on their hind legs to look more intimidating in a fight. Red pandas aren't exactly related to normal pandas, and in fact, they aren't even really bears, but rather close relatives of weasels, raccoons, and skunks.
As a normal and fighting type, Bewear brush up on their martial arts skills by watching black belts train in their forests and copying their moves. They have a well-developed spine and strong legs to remain upright all the time, which really helps with its fighting.
Well, that's all cute and good stuff, but what's the angle here?
What do you mean by that?
Well, we gotta put something catchy in our horrendous video titles, and all we got is a nice bear that doesn't know its own strength.
At least that's what we're led to believe.
Oh, do I hear some creepy music coming on?
You guessed it. Today's segment is Pokemon Conspiracies.
Bewear is evil? Bewear is a man in a suit? Bewear's crushing revenge! Number 3 will crush you.
So hey man, all these deaths and broken spines these Bewear are causing because it doesn't know its own strength are pretty sus considering Bewear practice martial arts on trees in the forest, You'd think from snapping trees in two that they might be totally aware of their own strength.
Yo, but that means that Bewear wouldn't be intentionally murdering and crushing people with hugs. Why would such a cute Pokemon do something like that? And why do they act so happy and nice about it?
We'll take a look at Stuffle, Bewear's pint-sized pre-evolution. Its velvety fur and cute appearance have made it a super popular Pokemon. It even has a tush tag like a little stuffed animal, and people love to pet it and hold it and give it cuddles, but the truth is that Stuffle actually doesn't like being touched. When it's being held too tightly, it flails its arms in protest, but it's only 15 pounds, so it's no match for a human.
So you're saying that after a life of being hugged and squeezed and cuddled against its will, Stuff will evolve into Bewear so they can give people a taste of their own medicine with sickening affection and bone-crushing hugs? You know what? That's actually perfect. I totally believe that. Bewear are sociopaths.
Right? And let's not forget its species name is the Strong Arm Pokemon. I know Bewear has strong arms, but the phrase strong arming means forcing someone into doing something they don't want to do. Pokemon does love their multi-layered puns after all.
You know, I always liked Bewear, but now I think I like it more now that I know it's not just a hapless but well-meaning bear.
Having a cunning revenge artist on your side could be pretty beneficial, don't you think?
Of course it could, which is why I've spent hours planning the perfect way to team up with one to destroy my enemies.
Yikes.
VGC 17 battle strat start right now!
Who are your enemies?
You! Ah! You! You! Bewear's a Pokemon you don't really see much in VGC 17 because he's less reliable than some of the top tier picks. But his attack stat is beastly and his base 80 defense can sometimes feel much stronger thanks to its ability Fluffy, which halves the damage from moves that make direct contact at the cost of a weakness to fire type moves. Start with an adamant one, and EV train it fully in attack, put a bunch in special defense, and leave a bit for regular defense too.
We're also going to be running an assault vest on this set to make Bewear a bit bulkier on the special side since it isn't covered by Fluffy, which means we're going to have to go with 4 attacks on this build. Luckily, Bewear has that more than covered with its excellent moveset.
As with most heavy hitters this year, he's probably going to be most effective on a Trick Room team thanks to his low speed, so take advantage of that with a stab hammer arm to get slower and slower every turn while doing pretty darn respectable damage.
Bewear's normal typing also gives him access to stab return, which also hits really hard but with absolute zero downside. Just make sure that your Bewear has lots of affection for you or this move isn't going to work so well. Just be careful of the hugs.
This is going to make it super easy for Bewear to put serious pressure on tons of different common opponents, but for those times when a good coverage move would be the better option, your absolute best choice is going to be Ice Punch.
And finally, when you need that extra bit of power to pick up a KO when your opponent doesn't expect it, go with a stab base 120 superpower. Just make sure you only use it in emergency situations though, because it drops your attack and defense 1 full stage with each use.
So there you have it. But of course, that's not the only way to train a Bewear, so as always, here are a few random thoughts.
A lot of people will tell you to go with double edge over return because it's significantly more powerful, but you take 1/3 of the damage dealt yourself, so make sure you're figuring that in when you strategize.
For a more unconventional approach, why not try Rock Tomb? Sure, it hits everyone on the field, including your partner, but it also lowers everyone's speed, which can be extremely useful, especially if your partner's meant to be slow anyway.
And last but not least, I should also mention that there's a ton of great Bewear strategies out there based around Choice Scarf and the Life Orb, but they're a little bit more specialized, so go out there and explore if either of those sound interesting to you.
And that's that! Bewear! He actually has absolutely nothing to do with arms on Switch, and you should probably be playing Pokedex anyway.
Oh, that's right! Anyway, follow the link in the description below if you want to buy cool deck stuff, participate in cool Dex tournaments on our official Discord, or listen to our official weekly podcast that is 1 hour long. And if you feel like you could really use like 5 years of Pokemon trivia and battle strategy videos, why not hit the subscribe button too?
Click on one of these giant boxes for more videos just like this one, or if you have a second, why not take the time to acknowledge all of our Patreon patrons who support us not only financially, but also in the way your friends and family support you when you post a pic of yourself sick in bed on Facebook. I'm PokeFan Alex.
And I'm PokeKels. Tune in next week for another dependable episode of
The Dex.